Beautiful. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night. I am Leanne Winston. I'm sorry, we seem to be having a few technical issues in the background once again. Now, just let me see if I can. Okay. Do you want to let me know in the comments if you can hear me, please? It doesn't want to unmute me. Mute. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? According to this, it's telling me I am muted. Okay. All right. I know. There seems to be some issues here. I will just reload my page if you can hear me. Just bear with me. Okay. Days. Oh, now I've got stuff coming up. Gotta love technology. I know the planets are playing crazy with us at the moment, but it is all good. Let's just bear with it and see how we go. So I can see a lot of beautiful people coming here and saying evening. Hey, Katie, how you going? We've got beautiful Dee here. Samara's here. Hey, hun. Mum is here, of course. Thank you, Mum. Isla is also here. So is Maz. Hey, honey. I hope you're all doing well. Natalia. Holly is here from Canada. How you going, honey? I hope you're doing well. We've got Nolene here. Tracy, beautiful. We've got Miss Polly also here. Tony's here. Tamara, I think I've said hello to you, but hello if I haven't. I will come back to your questions very shortly. In that way. Thank you, honey. Thank you, everyone, for letting me know that you could hear me. So, as I said, it's technology, and I don't always see eye to eye in that sense. So, just before we do kickstart tonight, I just want to run through some housekeeping rules. Replay, please hashtag replay and let me know that way that you're catching the replay at the same time. Now, I want to run tonight's show a little bit differently. I can see there's a few of our beautiful members in the green room waiting to come up. So, ladies, I will get to you very shortly. I just wanted to start tonight's show off by talking about mental health and anxiety, depression in that side of it. I am seeing a lot of people lately that are having a lot of anxiety or dealing with a lot of anxiety, I should say, and a form of depression in one way or another. Now, over the years of doing what I do, reading for people and connecting with past loved ones, I've learned to realize or have noticed over time that a lot of people, when they are highly intuitive, if they're not acknowledging their intuition, can end up with anxiety and depression. All right. So I'm not saying it's 100% of people I see. There are people out there that do literally have mental health issues. Now, I am not trained in any way as a doctor or in the medical field at all. So the information I get is actually channeled through from spirit. So I always like to make that clear when I touch on health stuff. But I look at a lot of this younger generation coming through these days are very highly intuitive. And it seems to be those that are highly intuitive seem to be suffering with the anxiety and the depression more so. I look at a lot of these young kids. I look at the pressure that they are under each and every day, whether it's through technology, the pressure that the education department puts on them, or whatever it is. Okay, somebody's just saying muted. I think everybody else can hear me. There. Yeah, looks like it. So please put in the comments if you suffer from anxiety and depression. I would love to know, and I'd love to engage in conversation around that tonight, because I think the more that we block our intuition, the more that we're seeing the anxiety and the depression coming through, because spirit doesn't know how else to get your attention. You may find that you are blocking your intuition because you don't understand it, or that you don't want to know about it. And they will push and push until they get your attention. So if you're somebody that does suffer with anxiety or depression, please just take a step back, clear your mind and ground yourself. But look at what is setting off your intuition, okay? Now, spirit works in so many different ways to the information that we get. We use our clear senses. So for me, when I'm channeling, a lot of my information will come through my thought process. I might see images in my third eye, which just sort of sits up here above the eyebrows in the middle. I might feel things in the empathic way, whether it's body pain or it's emotion or any sort of thing in that sense, okay? I might hear it at times, or I might just know. Now, a lot of people with mental health can hear voices. Now, for me, if I hear a thought, it might be in my own voice, in my own head, but I know it's not me. And it has taken time for me and experience for me to be able to realize, as much as it sounds like my voice, it's not me. Why would I be thinking that? So I want to say, if you are somebody that is suffering with anxiety or depression, or even better, on the other hand, you have a child that is suffering with anxiety and depression, open the communication lines, talk to them. Let them know that it's normal what they feel. But the more you can encourage that communication, the more they are likely to open up and start talking. All right. I feel very strongly around this. Jackie's letting me know she gets anxiety. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, honey, but I do feel that yours is also around intuition. I honestly think probably 95% of people that get anxiety is very much related one way or another to their intuition in that side of it. Laura's letting us know she gets it as well. Tamara, anxiety, depression, overthinking. Now, when we overthink, we become very much in our head. So from the energetic side of things, what happens is our focus moves up into our head, so we do get very much stuck in that overthinking mode. I suggest to people when they do that, ground yourself. So if you're a thinker, like I think it was Jackie, sorry, honey. Tamara. Let me just move my camera. Oops, go down. That wiggle your toes, feel your feet. If you've got shoes on, wiggle your toes and feel how your toes feel in your shoes, how they touch the floor, the top of your shoe. If you've got bare feet, feel the ground under your feet, wiggle your toes, because what you're going to do is bring your focus from your head down to your feet. That is going to help ground you in that way. So that's just one of the little tools that I help I share with people at times, if you're very much a thinker, we're getting into that in heightened energy, and that's where the patterns start to flow in that side of it. Okay. Nolene's saying, yes, suffer from anxiety and depression. Okay. Jackie says, my 6-year-old bad anxiety. Now, my feeling is, Jackie, your 6-year-old has had anxiety for a while, honey. So I want to say kids are highly intuitive. And when they are from birth to about the age of 10 to 12, at that higher range, they start to lose that intuition, whether it's through conditioning, the way we bring our kids up, our own belief systems. Some kids will keep that intuition. And my feeling is, with this younger generation these days, they are more intuitive than what we have seen for ever, sort of thing. I'm going to say more intuitive than what I am in that sense. Okay. Hey, Simone. So it is really important to acknowledge that. Bring in, whoops, sorry, I didn't click on that. Bring in wellness techniques. Bring in things to help them to come out of their head, to ground themselves. Maybe meditation. And I honestly think meditation is something that they need to introduce into schools, where they will allow the kids to switch off, to still their mind for a period of time like that. So there's different things we can do. I look at the education department when my oldest daughter was in year 11. And I'm not saying it's a teacher's fault. I think it's just the way things are, that they are pushed to think about their career, where they want to go, what they're going to do. They have the pressure put on them to succeed. And if they don't succeed, where's your life? You're throwing your life away, sort of thing. So I believe, rather than put that pressure on our students, on our kids of these days, we need to teach them the tools to cope with the pressure. Over time, as things go on, and I'd only hate to think what it's going to be like in 20 years' time for me, my great-grandchildren, and sort of thing, when they come along. We know what it's like now with technology and the pressures of the world and everything else that's going on. That's only going to grow and get worse as time goes along. So, we need to develop, we need to grow with that times, and learn a way to sort of move through that as well. All right. Ross is just saying, I'd be feeling better if the technology was more reliable. Yeah, I think Facebook and the third parties and everything are still very much going through change, Ross. I couldn't cross-post. I did try it after we went live, and it just made things worse. Nolene is just saying, my daughter has suffered from, she was 13, any anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and overthinking. Yeah. You know what? I am grateful for our children these days that have us, that are more open to this stuff and understand it better, to help them grow. Nothing against my parents. I love my parents dearly and had a beautiful upbringing. But my parents had no idea what I was sensing or what I was feeling, because at that stage they didn't understand this side of things either. And it was just the fact, as I got older, it became more and more apparent to the forefront, and just sort of, the journey took over, sort of thing, in that sense. Where with my children, I've been lucky. I don't know if my kids would call it lucky, but both my children are very intuitive, and kids go through stages from around about the age of, I would say, in my experience, from the age of about 13 to about 17, they close down. So very open before the age of 13, and started to open up around 17. I think my oldest daughter was 17 when she started to re-acknowledge things that she's sensing and feeling. Now I have a 16-year-old that's nearly 17. She has probably been a little bit more over the last 6 or so months, but she chooses when she wants to be at this stage. So I encourage it. I speak to them. They come ghost hunting with me. Not so much the oldest one. She got a bit freaked out at one of the places we went to, but the youngest one is very much into it, and I explain things. I answer her questions and things like that. And Nolene's just saying that I think it was her daughter that was intuitive since 15, is now 21. How's she coping now with it, Nolene, now that she's older? Okay. Tamara, questions are jumping. Tamara says, I also have 3 children and a stepson that suffer too. Okay. And it's quite common for kids to be quite intuitive. Holly says, my anxiety has gone up quite a bit as well. Look at what's going on with the universal energy too, honey, because I think you pick up on that as well. And the thing is, when we are intuitive, we take on a lot of people's energies, even if you mean to or not, in that sense. Okay, others around us push their energies onto us, which then we take on and it feels like ours. There is a very fine line between what is our energy and the energy of spirit and the energy of those around us. So that is another thing that a lot of people suffer with in that sense. I am a very big believer, when we feel things, we need to acknowledge it. Don't shut it down. And it's the same with if you don't feel that you're intuitive. We're all intuitive. It's just some of us lose that ability through conditioning, upbringing, different belief systems and all that, and that's fine. But there comes a time in your life that I believe that intuition will push more to the forefront, and it will kick our ass until we take notice. So for me, I never got the chance to ignore it. Spirit always pushed, and I thought what I felt and I seen and I knew was very much what everybody else is feeling and seeing. It was nothing like my teachers at school saying that I've got a really good imagination. I was good with storytelling, but honestly, what I know now, I don't believe that was my words. That was the words that I was channeling in that way. All right. Laura was saying, good idea. I would say that was around wellness in the school side of stuff as well. Can I ask, who's got stomach issues at the moment, feeling very bloated, very tight under the ribs? Because I'm taking that on, not that I'm meaning to. Okay. So I'm going to acknowledge that and let it go. Okay. Jackie's saying, yes, she has since about 3 years of age. Yeah, I thought she had, honey. Laura, how do I become a member? That says on the end. The rest isn't coming up on the screen, honey. To become a member, the website here, leannewinston.com/become/a-member/. If you go to that on my website, you can join in there, honey, and then there are links to become to come on the show, like the lovely ladies in the green room are at the moment, as well as a lot of other staff. All right, so it's just saying, anxiety and depression, do you have any messages for me, please, and shared? Thank you, honey. So you suffer from anxiety and depression. So, Hannah, look at the triggers with you. Look at what comes up when that anxiety and depression kicks in. Try to acknowledge them, not let them go, okay? All right, Holly's just saying, I have anxiety, depression, PTSD. Both kids with special needs have each anxiety along with other medical issues. I wish there was a miracle. I think it's supposed to be miracle cure for everyone. Yeah, I do too, honey, but it's finding balance. My feeling is very much about finding balance, okay? And I believe those that are born into this world with the challenges is already chosen before they come, like before the soul lands in the body. But that is the pathway that they have chosen this lifetime, because we all have a journey to travel. We all have lessons to learn. Thank you, Roz, for that. We all have lessons to learn in this lifetime. If we don't learn them in this lifetime, we're going to take them into the next lifetime. So it really is important to acknowledge that stuff. All right. Holly's just saying agrees 100%. All right. Well, let's jump in. Excuse me. Dana's saying me. I would say this is to anxiety and depression. Holly's me. Sam's me. Samara says, I'm pregnant. Out loud. Congratulations, honey. How exciting. I think I've been talking too much today. My throat has got really dry. All right. Well, let's jump in and do some readings. Let's pick up D first. All right. So let's hope we have sound. Hey, hon, how you going? No, your sound's not on, hon.
Okay, can you?
Yes. Beautiful.
Okay,
how are you?
No, now I can't hear you.
Oh.
Okay, I've lost
there
you.
Go. I can hear you now.
No,
Got
I've
a lot
lost
of technology. You. All right. Just let me refresh the screen, honey, and let's see if that helps. Hang on. Okay. I can hear you.
I'll try plugging you back in.
All right. Okay, so just while Dee's doing that, Simone says, interesting, you said 13 to 17, they shut down. There are ages that negative spirits can attack if they don't protect themselves. Shut down with the paranormal world. So true, honey. Yeah, definitely. And I think when they shut down, it becomes more heightened. Okay, Dee, I can't hear you, hun. Okay. Maybe you drop out and come back in and we'll try again. Okay? All right, so if you want to do that, I'll grab somebody else. Let's bring Stacey up. Hey, hun, how you going? Oh, hang on, let me see if I can unmute you. There we go. How you going?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hey, how are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How's your week been?
Oh, it's been another long one.
It's only Wednesday. It's crazy, isn't it?
I think like my kids just this week have known that mum's not at her highest this week and they're just pushing. So
yeah, okay. You've got a lot going on around you. So I get the feeling you are being tested at the moment. But look, would I be right in saying that is a lot of old stuff coming back up?
Yeah, I'm dealing with a lot of grief, I think, has been thrown at me in the last couple of weeks from mum's passing.
Okay.
Dealing with dad's finances, and dad's got a lot going on at the moment too. So taking a lot of that on my shoulders, I think.
Okay. I'm sorry that you've got to deal with all this, but at the same time, I feel like you're coming out the other end stronger. So to me, I get the reference to they wouldn't give you this stuff if you couldn't handle it. And I feel like mum's making reference to you are the right person to deal with all that. So would I be right in saying everybody else just washes their hands of dad's stuff?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So it's been dumped in your lap, so to speak. But mum says that she knows that you can get it sorted. Okay? Dad's quite stubborn. Dad doesn't want to know about it, does he?
That's an understatement.
Because she just makes reference to Dad digs his heels in. He doesn't want to know about it. He would prefer to leave it until things get very desperate and then deal with it. So mum's pleased that you're on the job, so to speak. And I get the reference to I want to pull my sleeves up, get stuck in, get it sorted, and then go, Dad, this is the way it is. This is what you got to do, sort of thing. So mum makes reference to always needing to sort him out. Sort of thing. So I want to say when mum was around, she very much managed that. I want to say micromanaged that is more to the point.
Be saying kick him up the ass.
Yeah. So get him on track and then just push. Simone is saying hi to you and love you, Stacey.
Simone.
McBarney.
Oh, hi, Simone.
Beautiful. So I just get the reference to it is about moving forward. I feel this energy is going to move and settle down quite quickly in that sense. But I do feel that you need to state before and find your voice.
Yeah.
So speak up. Don't worry who you're going to offend. Speak up, stand your ground, and I get the reference to the rest will work itself out.
Yeah.
Okay. What's significant to July for you?
My son's birthday.
Mum wants me to acknowledge July. So I want to say that's her way of acknowledging and letting you know that Mum's very much around your son. Okay. You get very bloated in the stomach lately. Whew, that's uncomfortable. Okay. And it's funny because about the last 10 minutes I've been feeling this discomfort, and since you've come up on screen, it's just got more intense. So to me, I feel that energy is very much around you. My feeling is it's more about what you're holding onto in your aura, your energy field.
Yeah.
And the body's going, I've had enough. So I want to say, make sure you find some balance, find some time for yourself that you can, I want to say, go and lay in a hot bath, shut the door, turn the phone off, lock everybody out, and that be your time. Maybe put a candle on and relax that way in that sense. So when can you do that for yourself?
Very rarely.
Mum's just going, she's going to lay in the bath and she's going to think about the list of stuff she's still got to do.
Yeah.
Forget it. Leave that outside the door, so to speak. All right. So I just get there's a lot of love and a lot of pride that comes through with Mum. Okay. She's got a hand on her heart. So that's my love and pride sign for you. Okay. But she does want you to nurture you as well. Okay. You're going through paperwork of Dad's?
I deal with most of, a lot of it, yeah.
What is the significance to the paperwork that's been put in place before Mum's passing?
Possibly reconsolidation of some sort, or...
Okay, because she says be alert for the paperwork that was put in place before her passing.
Okay.
All right. So my feeling is whatever the paperwork is going to help you deal with what needs to be done now. So whether it was something that was laid out to make things more clearer or something being put in order back then, I just get the reference to it's going to help you now. So keep an eye on that. Dad's got a box with paperwork in it?
Yeah, probably numerous.
That doesn't help.
No.
Okay, because I get, what's the box? Okay, I get the feeling it's a white box, and I get the feeling it's got like a metal edging on it. So it's not just your normal cardboard box. It's more of a dressier one that you would probably buy at like an Office Works or a newsagent or something like that. I just feel like the lid's got, it's cardboard, but like thin cardboard, but it's got the silver edging around it. And I feel like it's got a peak hole with metal on the edging around it in that sense. Looking there, I get the reference to looking at the paperwork in that box. So to me, I want to say going through that quite thoroughly in that sense. Okay. All right, honey. Did you have a question? Sorry, I just took over. Did you have a question you wanted to ask?
No, I think that cleared up most of it, just mainly my concerns around Dad and making sure he's okay.
Hang in there.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm sending you a big energetic healing hug because I just feel Mum says you need a hug.
Thank you.
All right. You are very welcome. Go and run yourself a bath and take some you time. It sounds like a good idea.
It does. Thanks so much, Leanne.
All right. You're very welcome, honey. You take care.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Beautiful. All right. I'm seeing that there are some comments there that we have another scammer. That doesn't surprise me. Please, people, if you see the scammer, report to Facebook and block them, and eventually we will get rid of them. And believe me, the best of the best are copying them lately. I was listening to something that John Edwards was saying a couple of days ago, and he's been having a lot of problems with it. A beautiful friend in Canada, Medium J Lane, is having the same issues as well. So if we can all pull together, block these people, report them, block them, and I'm sure Roz is here in the background. Thank you, Roz, taking care of it. For some reason, I'm not getting all the comments up on the screen, but Roz is do not reply to the scammer, okay, because what they will do is they will hound you for money. They offer you something for free. Do you want a question asked or whatnot? And then, thanks, Mum. And then they will hound you for money, okay? All right, so let's grab Ali. So, hey, honey,
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How's your week been?
Oh, it's been a little bit exhausting, but I'm on the going over the hill of it now, I'm hoping.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think you are. I get that you're heading in the right direction. And I don't know, I just think we keep getting tested to see if we're going to fall back into old habits at the moment. So to me, it is the feeling that it's more about keeping the focus on where we're heading and what we're working towards.
Have you had a good
Beautiful.
week?
Did you have I have. It's been really hectic. I just seem to be in front of the computer a lot. Not that I'm complaining, but doing the final editing for the publisher and different stuff like that. So it's sort of been challenging a little bit. Something a bit different than I'm used to, put it that way. So, but can't wait to see the finished product, which is not far away. So that's good. Excellent. Did you have a question, hon, you wanted to ask?
Just anything. If there's anything.
Okay. What would the coins mean to you?
Oh, I've got a lot of coins laying around.
Okay, because I'm just getting Spirit acknowledge the coins. So I don't know if you've got some rare ones or some unusual coins in that. I just get the reference to check the coins. So whether there's something there with value or something that was actually collected as a collector's item. I just get the reference to look at the coins with that side. You've been thinking about doing something with them?
Probably taking them to the bank because I have way too many of them sitting there.
I want to say go through it. So I don't know if I'm looking at like limited edition dollar coins or $2 coins. I actually feel like it's more the gold coin that I want to be looking at in that side of it. So I just get the reference to look at the value in that side of it. So to me, it's worth more than what the dollar was printed on in that sense.
Yeah.
But Spirit's just saying, look at that at the moment. Okay. I want to say trust your intuition when you're going through that because I feel like you're going to be drawn to something.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Look at the changes coming up in the next 2 to 4 weeks as well. So to me, I feel like I've got a lot of positive energy that's moving through. It's about the timing is the reference I get. And I get big smiles with that.
Is that with him?
Mm-hmm. I get cheekiness. I get playfulness with that reference. So I want to say yes with that side of it. So you have to keep me updated, but I just get the reference to there's positive energy moving in there and a positive change in that sense. Yeah. So a lot of growth in that way.
Cool.
All right. Excellent.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Lovely to see you again.
Yeah, you too. You have a good week.
I will. You too. And you get some rest time too.
Yes. I need to go and run a bath like Stacey.
I think we all need to do that. The thing is, if I got in, I think I'm going to get stuck and I'll just get cold and I won't want to get out. Probably fall asleep.
Oh.
Beautiful, honey. All right, well, take care.
You
Talk
too.
to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, hon. Bye. Yeah, I love her. I love her energy. All right, I can see Dee's back. Let's try Dee again. Fingers crossed.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can. How are you going, hon?
Good, thank you.
That's good. You sound a bit croaky.
Yeah, I've got no voice.
My husband would love that if that was me. Does your husband pick fights with you when you got no voice?
No.
No? Oh, mine does. He tries to put it that way.
No, but the doctor told me when I lost it last time, about 4 weeks ago, don't talk, it helps. And I said, I've got
Yeah.
4 toddlers here. How am I not to talk?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
It makes it very hard. So,
It does.
did you have a question you'd like to ask them? Then I'll do the talking if you like.
Okay. I've got this pathway that we're being pushed down to move, which I know is going to happen. And I got a feeling it's going to happen before Christmas.
Mhm.
But I got a phone call tonight saying that we can use some super to invest in a house. Is
Oh,
that going to
beautiful.
happen, or is that just a daydream?
No, I think it'll happen. And honestly, with the way things are these days, I think they're going to be more lenient with lending money and sort of things.
Okay.
So if you've got the equity or the value in the property that you're going to buy, which I believe property prices have dropped a bit. I don't look into that stuff, but that's just a feeling I'm getting.
Yeah.
And will soon start to rise in that sense. So it's probably a pretty good time to do it. Have you got yourself a good mortgage broker?
No, this lady just rung me because I saw it online, and she rung me, and I was just like, oh yeah, whatever. Another get rich scheme. And she said, if we use some of my husband's super, we can invest in a property, but it has to be an investment property.
Okay. Why investment property?
Because you can't use your super to buy a house unless it's an investment property. And I'm like, and
That
then
doesn't sound right to me.
Something told me to look for something for our daughter.
Yeah.
And then buy something for ours and because we'd have to get a loan for us to live in.
Okay. I'm no investment, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I have no idea when it comes to experts, probably the word I'm looking for.
Yep.
I do know somebody that drew down on her super to pay for the deposit on a block and build a house just recently with all this stuff that's been going on. Okay. Yeah. So whether it's different for building to established, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
My feeling is I would actually talk to a mortgage broker or somebody like that. Yeah. Just the way this has come about, I'm questioning it. Something doesn't quite feel 100% right. Okay. So my feeling is that you would be able to draw down on your super with that. But my questioning is why, where Spirit's taken me to, why couldn't you do that to like buy your own house?
Yeah, my husband said, why couldn't we buy the investment home outright with it and then move into it?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
or rent it out for 12 months and move in or whatever.
Yeah.
Something doesn't quite sit right there, but I do feel there is opportunity with the right person working with you to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I just said you take the phone call to my husband because he's since I got diagnosed with bipolar, I can't think financially. So I got him to listen, and the lady's going to ring back on Friday because I thought it sounds too good to be true. And but I just feel like we're on the right pathway by moving down to Gladstone, getting a house down there while we can. Something's telling me we've got to get this house in Cairns sorted before in the next 6 weeks because it's going to be really, really fast.
Yeah, I totally agree because when you said about moving to Gladstone, I got it's now time to put action, like to activate that. So now is the right time to be doing that.
Yeah, I feel like someone's pushing my ass along.
Believe me, they don't just push; they kick.
Oh, it's kicking me. It's really pushing really hard, and I'm like, I've only been to Gladstone once, and I loved it. It was like I'm homesick now.
Yeah, wow. So is this Gladstone, South Australia or Queensland?
Queensland.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, if you come to South Australia, you're not going to be that far away.
It's only a couple hours. We went to Brisbane, we stopped at Gladstone, and I loved it. And when we left, I said to my husband, I had 2 dreams how we were going to move here. And he looked at me and I said, it's funny, we're going to live here.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, right.
I love it. And I love the way they do that, because it's the same. As much as I want to move house now, the first time I walked in this house, because we're renting at the moment, I walked in the front door and I just went, this is home. This is where we're going to be. And I think it took the real estate 3 or 4 weeks to get back and say, yes, you're approved for the rental side of it. But I walked in, I knew where I was going to hang stuff, how I was going to bring it from our house that we were selling into the closets here, and what I was going to take when and where, sort of thing. So see yourself in that house, see yourself in that area, sort of thing. But my feeling is it will happen in a hurry.
Yeah,
Okay?
I've got a feeling he's going to get a job, and I keep saying to him, get your stuff sorted, please, because I don't know anything about it. Please get your stuff sorted. I can do the inside, but I can't do the outside, please. Because I think you're going to get a job and we're going to go, bang, we're moving.
Yeah, and things happen in a hurry. So I get the reference to keep on him. Once he starts, he's going to be okay. He'll keep going. But it's getting him started in that sense. All right. Okay, so brilliant. I wish you luck. Good luck. You need Spirit to kick his ass.
I reckon.
Well, you need a big stick, one of the two.
I don't have a big enough boot.
I shouldn't say things like that on air, should I, about having a big stick? When we had our business, we used to have this big paddle for stirring up tartare sauce when we made our own tartare sauces. And I mean, it had to be about, meter 1.2 meters long or something. And my husband would give me the shits when I walk in there, and I'd go, be careful. It was always a joke, but it was like, it sat there on the wall where I guess what my parents used to do with a wooden spoon, put it there so you could see it and know that, overstep the mark. It's got your name on it.
Well, I'm not brave enough to do that. He might swallow it.
Oh, that's funny. Gotta love him. But no, my feeling is he'll feel that energy. He'll start getting excited about the possibility of moving. So like I said, talk to a mortgage broker or a financial advisor or something. Get some advice that way from a reliable source in that sense. But my feeling is there is a way around it.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to what she's got to say, and then go to someone and say, hey, this is what she said. Is this true? Because I don't want to do it if we're going to get into trouble.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You don't want to go down that pathway and find that you can't live in it. Sort of thing.
And also find, like, if we've got it for our daughter and she moves in and then we've got no place to stay, well, that's no good.
No, that's it, exactly. But like I said, I know of somebody here locally that we drew money from her super and they put it in and paid the deposit on a block of land and the deposit for building a house. So the rules might be different between established and building, but I feel that it's certainly worth investigating, sort of thing.
Definitely.
A reliable
I will
source.
do that. Okay, thank you.
I think you're very welcome, but I think there's so many people on the internet at the moment with so many different scams, and we had one that was Telstra. They rang saying they were Telstra, and I didn't trust it, so I actually rang Telstra back, and they said, no, we don't do anything like that. So
I get one all the time from a Nikki that my Amazon Prime's going to have $99 taken out of my account, and I've got a Nicole, and I'm like, hang on, I rung Nikki, my daughter, and I said, have you gotten $99 out of your account? She said, no, and I said, oh, well, don't worry about it, because we share our internet addresses.
Oh, okay.
Like, no.
But unfortunately, the thing is, though, that they suck people in to give them their bank account details. Some people are just, I had somebody ring me yesterday and he's asking me to clarify my details with him, and my husband laughed because I sat there and said, you've rung me. I'm not giving you any details. He goes, but I can't confirm your account. And I said, well, it's not important then. So
I know. We went into my husband's ATO account today, and as soon as we got off it, he got a scammer alert saying, just an automated voice saying that you have defrauded, fraudulent activity. There's a warrant out for your arrest. And I said, the ATO doesn't use an automated voice.
No, they will bring you. Yeah, that's it. There's so many of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, beautiful.
So,
All right, honey. Will you rest up and sending you lots of love and healing?
okay,
And
thank you. Take
keep me
care.
updated. Okay, I will.
will.
Thanks, you too, hon.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Okay, beautiful. Let's bring Dana up. Dana, are you there, hon?
Hello.
Hey, you have a lovely wall. Yes, we can
I
hear
don't know if you can see me.
you. There we go. I
you
can
see
see
me?
you and hear you. Yeah, how you going, hon?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Did you have a question you'd like to ask?
About the super. Am I going to get super if I claim for it?
Okay, yes.
Cool.
With that, so with what I understand, you're entitled to about 10,000.
Oh, okay.
Like a once off up to 10,000 if that's how much you got in your super.
Yeah, it's for a disability claim.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Is there something you're needing to do with that soon?
Fill out the paperwork.
Okay. That just makes me feel like it's something you need to do soon. So,
yeah. The insurance is cut off.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, hon. What can I leave you with that? Good to see you.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, hon. Take care. Bye. Beautiful. All right. Next we have Ashley.
Hello.
Hey, hon. How you going?
Good. How are you?
Good. You look all nice and cuddly in your dressing gown. I tell you what, I'm going to come live one day in my pajamas. I will do that. How's your week been?
Long. I feel like it's about week 45 of the school term.
We've been on the last week at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
2 more days.
Yay! Not that she's counting.
Never.
I think there's a lot of parents out there looking forward to the time off, a couple of weeks and not have to get up so early. So
Yeah.
and teachers, I'm sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
I feel sorry for you guys more. We can get the rest through the day.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's what we do.
That's it. You do it because you love it. Did you have a question, honey, you'd like to ask?
Just anything general.
Okay. I get plan ahead. So what are you planning at the moment?
I don't know. Trying to work like my schedule out for the school holidays and catching up with people, but then also trying to plan
Next term?
next term, and fitting in the study and stuff, because I found it really hard to balance full-time work and what should be a full-time study load.
Yeah, okay. I get the reference to once you sit down to start doing the planning, it's the feeling of getting the whole term done and getting it over and done and dusted, so to speak. So then you've got more time to focus outside of school on your study in that way. So I just feel like this next term's going to flow for you. So whether it's just like you've been finding your feet, so to speak, and finding that flow or getting that that motion happening, not motivation, it's motion, that things will just keep going in that side of it. So I get the reference to do the planning, get everything done. You've got a lot of ideas already. It's just putting it into order.
Okay, cool.
All right. So pen to paper, start jotting stuff down. I feel like I'm just making dot points to start with and then coming back to fill in the information in that way.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, good luck with it. Enjoy your holidays. Hopefully you get some time to yourself.
I will.
Excellent. I reckon go and put your feet in the water somewhere. It sounds like a good idea.
I want to go visit Dad, so that's near the beach.
Beautiful. Perfect. Well, let's hope the sun's going to shine and it'll be about 25, 26 degrees for you. And yeah, it sounds good. All right. Take care, hon.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm just noticing Kim is saying hello, and hi to all those that are saying hello in the background. Shannon, I'll get to Jenny in a second. Shannon's just saying, hey, Leanne, I'm not feeling up to getting recorded tonight, but I was just thought I would ask, in case you have some time, any opportunity in regards to work has come up lately, and I'm wondering whether this is something I should look at. Yes, I get yes with that. Are there any messages from above regarding this? I just get a yes with that because, honey, I feel like there's opportunity that's going to come with that at the same time. So I kind of feel excited for you. It helps if I can get my words out. I don't know if you're feeling a bit tired at the moment, but I just sort of feel exhausted with your energy, honey. So just remember to nurture you too. All right. So wishing you all the best. All right. Let's bring Jenny up. Okay. Hey, hon, how you going?
Hi, good, thanks. How are you?
That's good. Good. Have you got purple in your hair? That looks cool.
I do. The lighting is atrocious. Yeah, I was just trying to play around with it a little bit just to make myself look not quite so washed out, but
you look fine, honey.
I'm usually in bed, so you don't see.
Yeah.
I'm not far off.
No, I don't blame you. I'm not either. I've got some kombucha to bottle after this, and then I'm going to bed. So.
Do you make kombucha?
I do. I've got my little cup of, what am I drinking now? Strawberries. Good strawberry kombucha. I'm just as red as a strawberry at the moment with that light.
my kombucha's been brewing on my bench top for far too long. I think it's probably dead now. So
I think my first attempt was there for about 4 months before I threw it out in the garden. I went, it doesn't taste right. And then I went, I'll deal with it later. And of course, I put a big black cloth around it to keep it sort of darker, which probably didn't help. And all of a sudden I got onto a lady, Kiki Kombucha, here in Adelaide. And I bought some new scobies from her, which were fresh, thankfully. And she gives us really good support and stuff. And I haven't had a bad batch yet. It's been great. So Mum and Dad have me make it for them as well. So
yeah.
I'm right into the apple and cinnamon at the moment. That's absolutely beautiful.
It sounds delicious.
It tastes like apple pie. And even the fruit, when it comes out, the apple has a real cinnamon taste to it. That's like too. So
I'll have to try it.
Yeah. I just like
if I can revive my SCOBY.
Green apple is the way to go. So red's not quite the same apparently. Roz is just saying she loves her strawberry kombucha too. So beautiful. Did you have a question, hon, you'd like to ask?
I'm kind of being torn two ways, and I wouldn't mind some guidance as to whether I should ask about my love life or work life.
Oh, I think they're both just as equally important as the other one at the moment. So
I have questions about either. I'm just wondering which direction to head to.
What's the first one that comes to mind? Love life?
Well, I don't know. Both have been kind of stressing me out. Today in particular, work has been stressing me out.
Okay. So, look at why all this is coming to the forefront. What's the lesson in this for you? What's the pattern that's very similar between your love life and work life?
That I can't control anything.
Okay. So it comes back to you with control. Okay. And you've probably heard me say this a dozen times this year. It's about going with the flow, not trying to have that structure, that control, that power in that side of it. Okay. So I get the reference to just surrender and trust in the universe and allow yourself to go with the flow. My feeling is when you do that, you will find that the energy is going to move quite quickly in that sense. All right. So I think the sooner you can surrender, you're not going to get as tired and worn out, but change will come. All right. I feel like in 2 to 3 weeks, things are going to start to settle down. So I'm a big believer lately of throwing my arms in the air and go, I don't care anymore. What I can't control, I don't care. And it's funny when I do that to how things flow.
Yeah.
So
I've tried that with my work situation. It's actually quite terrible. I've been really up and down with it today. I'm not usually a particularly emotional person, but I like today there have been tears like on off all the time, and I'm just like, what is going on? I don't know if it's just because I've had enough, like it's just the boiling point, and I'm like, I just need that bath that you keep
We should roster an hour in our day to go and have a nice Himalayan salt bath. That'd be lovely. So, what's the politics in around work at the moment on a higher level?
Sorry, say that again?
What's the politics going on a higher level around work?
I work in politics.
Yep. Okay.
There's a lot of like that's a very, very loaded.
Okay. Let's break it down then. What is the politics within the office that isn't your normal politic side of it?
So there's been a shift. There's been a shift in dynamics, which has caused huge problems.
Yeah.
And that's what's stressing me out. Yeah.
Okay, because I just get the reference to look at the politics, which would be the gameplay, I would say more so. And when you acknowledge the shift in that sense, that's where I feel that's coming in. So I just get the reference to it's really important not to get pulled into that energy. So reflect it back, see the mirror between you and then when it comes to work, reflecting that energy back so you don't have to take it on in that sense. Okay. And the more you can do that, I think the more you're going to find that energy will shift. It's not going to have the same effect on you as what it is at the moment. Things are very heightened at the moment universally. So it doesn't surprise me that things are sort of bottling up in that sense.
Yeah.
I think probably last week I had a bit of an emotional week in that sense, but I think a lot of it is just the universe testing us, moving a lot of stuff, a lot of changes going on. Like I know we've got this new moon and all this different stuff that's happened just recently as well, which is really shifting stuff. I've seen something today Elizabeth Brew put up saying there's been something unexpected come up that they didn't sort of see coming that is playing a big part of the lot as well. So I need to go back and read that post. I think I might add it to my page. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. I've been trying to, reflect it back and hit it back and not take it on. But, it's really difficult when you try and do that and you just get different responses all the time. And you're like, I can't, you can only hit it back so many times and get back rude responses so much before you do take it on. And, I know on a practical level that I shouldn't listen to it and I shouldn't, I should just move past it and that it's nothing at all that I've done. It is just difficult sometimes. You get punched and eventually you're going to fall down.
Yeah, that's it. So if you do that reflection, like protect your energy, see yourself like in a bubble or something in your mind that's your safe place, reflect that energy back. You still be there, still witness it, but you don't have to take it energetically on, physically on in that sense. So my feeling is you'll come out stronger for it, sort of thing. I know it doesn't feel like it at the moment, but my feeling is there'll be another shift of energy that comes through that somebody will move out physically in that workplace and somebody else will come in that will create balance. I want to say the games are happening for a reason. Has started that for an outcome to make it to suit them.
I'm not sure. If this had been maybe a year ago, then that I could take that and I could apply that. But the way that things are now, I don't see how that can.
I'm getting wait and see. Look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
It's only early days. So.
Oh God, don't tell me that. I've been dealing with this for months. I don't want
to. You poor thing. So honestly, reflect it back at them. So you don't have to take that. I feel that things will start to settle down. Okay.
Fingers crossed. I'll keep you posted.
I look forward to it and send you a lot of strength and healing.
Thank you.
Well. You're welcome, honey. Take
good
care.
Night.
Good to see you. Good night. But all right, beautiful. I'm seeing a few people want to know a bit about the kombucha. Roz has given a little bit of a thing there as well. So Simone's saying, need to know about this drink stuff, laugh out loud. Honey, I should bring you a bottle next time I see you, remind me. And if you're interested in making it, I'm happy to help you the first time around. And I've probably got a spare SCOBY or 4 if you need one as well. But basically, it is like a fermented tea. So it's black and green tea in water with a bit of sugar. Now, people go, sugar, but the SCOBY actually eats and feeds off of the sugar and helps the fermentation side of it. So it takes about 7, well, for me, when we're running the heater each night, it was taking 6 days to ferment about 6-litre containers. Now that we haven't had the heater on, it's going out to about 8 days, but they say normally 7 to 10 days. You bottle it and then you put your taste in it, so your fruits. So fresh fruits, frozen fruits. I like to buy a heap of fruit, cut it up, freeze it, and then just put it in there. And you can do different combinations and stuff like that. Ferments for another 3 days, and I call it burping my babies. So I've got something I've burp tonight and put in the fridge. So after 3 days, each day you release a little bit of the gas because it builds up in gas, which is the burping. And kids look at me funny when I go, I've got to burp my babies. So does my husband. And a day in the fridge. After that, you can drink. It can last 2 months in the fridge. Once you open a bottle, it lasts you drink it within 2 days, I think it is. I usually drink, I've got 750ml bottles, and I reckon I drink probably 1.5 bottles a day. So it's really good for gut health and stuff like that. So that might help you as well. So apparently it's supposed to help with your gut health, your eyesight, grey hairs, sex drive, and there were other things as well on the list. But certainly do Google it, kombucha. What did I miss? Was fruits and spices? Yeah, Roz put spices in hers to give a very variance of flavours. Yeah, beautiful. So I love my kombucha. That's the first thing I look. I've actually given up Pepsi Max to replace it with kombucha. So I've gone like 4 cans of Pepsi Max a day down to just drinking kombucha. And believe me, when I have Pepsi Max, it tastes like shit. Occasionally I think I need something with a bit of bubbles, but it does have it. And depending what flavours you put in it, I've worked out if you pour lime into it or lemon, it goes flatter, more of a flat taste. If you don't have that in it, everything else builds up and becomes quite gassy, but you don't feel gassy. Good one, Ross Gray. Oh, you didn't get your SCOBY from Kinky Kombucha. I'll have to find my instructions, honey, and take a photo of it for you. A gallon a day. Haven't you noticed my grey hairs have got light? You're welcome, Simone. But if you're interested, hon, let me know, and I can certainly help you with that. You only drink water. I think you would love it, honey. So I really do. Excellent. All right. Louisa, hey, hon. She says, hello, Leanne, and everyone. Got here at the end. We'll have to watch the replay. Hope everyone is well. I am doing really well. Thank you, Hannah. And I think a lot of other people are at the same time. Thank you for joining in. Roz is just saying, if you try your own, I love lemon and ginger. Yeah. I want to do ginger and mint too, Roz. See what that's like. I just got to find a couple of mint leaves to put in it. But I do ginger, and I do ginger and lemon as well. I did do ginger and lime, and it wasn't too bad as well. So, but I'm certainly into the apple and the cinnamon at the moment. The one I did buy the other day was it was like a little sachet type thing that would be like something you would give a child to suck on, and it had apple and mango in it. And I put it in as a juice. So I'm actually, that is in the bottles that's about to go in the fridge. So I'm interested to see how that comes up. It was more of a syrupy type stuff. Leanne isn't seeing my comment, I don't think. Hey, Tony. I did see something up there, but the screen moved quite quickly. All right. Okay. There we go. I just need to go shopping in Simone's garden. Beautiful. I will flog a couple of leaves from you, honey, if that's okay. All right. Okay. Jen's just saying, wanting to try apple and cinnamon. Do you use the cinnamon stick? Yeah. I found if I use the cinnamon stick and just put it straight in, honey, it doesn't give out a lot of fragrance while it's fermenting. So what I did was I actually cut the one stick, which is, about that long, about probably 4 or 5 centimeters, cut it in half and rolled the knife over it a little bit to break it up, so it sort of had fragments that come off. And they were probably in the fridge 4 or 5 days before I opened them, and you could really taste it in that sense. So excellent. Okay, Tony says, oh, great. Do you have anything for me? I find your voice, honey, at the moment. I just feel like your throat chakra is blocked. So where are you needing to speak up? Okay. Samara says, hi, Leanne. Do you see me going into labour on my own before inducing in 12 days? Yeah, I reckon it's going to go very close, though. So wishing you all the very best, hon. Let us know how it goes. All right, guys, I will leave you there with that. Please, if you're catching the replay, push it, English would help, hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you are watching it that way. Please do remember to invite your friends and family to join in. Get them to hit the follow button as well. And you never know what's going to come up from week to week with new things. I am trying to go live every day and also share different details and stuff like that as well. So thank you for joining me. Thank you to the lovely members that have popped in and said hello tonight. It's great to connect with you guys. If you do want to become a member, remember the link is above me in the border thing here as well. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Take care, nurture yourself, and just remember to surrender to the universe and allow things to happen as they need to. Bye, everyone.